Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mila, you're at my book nook, and today we have not entirely an individual book review, but a book review for a series that's still in the making. The third book is coming out in 2026 and I'm really excited for it. But today we have the Love Academic series by India Holton. We have the first book, An Ornithologist Field Guide to Love, and we have the second book, The Geographer's Map to Roman. So I read these earlier this year, which is crazy to say because the year has felt short and long and everything in between. Very weird. But basically this is a romance historical fiction series that I have found myself surprisingly really enjoying, and the third book is called The Antiquarian Object of Desire, I think, and I'm so excited for it. You guys wouldn't believe. So the way that my reviews work, usually for individual book reviews, is that I give you the synopsis, I give you my thoughts, and then I give you sort of a rundown of who I would recommend this for. I'm going to do the same thing for these two because besides maybe the having an individual list of who I recommend this for, I think I'll do that overall at the end. And I'll tell you which one I enjoyed more and stuff like that. So we're going to start with the Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love. First off, this cover. I am obsessed with this. So the Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love follows two characters. We follow, I'll just read the back for you. Rival ornithologist, which is the field of birds, so to speak. This is fantasy as well, so it has some not real birds in this, hence I guess it's a phoenix on the cover, I think, or whatever the bird. It's been a minute since I read this, so I don't remember, but so let us start with synopsis. Rival ornithologists hunt through England for a rare magical bird in this historical fantasy rom-com reminiscent of Indiana Jones but with manners, tea, and helicopter parasols. Is that not a great one sentence pitch? It's awesome. Beth Pickering is on the verge of finally capturing the rare death whistler bird when Professor Devon Lockley swoops in, stealing both her bird and her imagination like a villain. Albeit a handsome and charming villain, but that's beside the point. As someone highly educated in the ruthless discipline of ornithology, Beth knows trouble when she sees it, and she is determined to keep her distance from Devon. For his part, Devon has never been more smitten than when he first set eyes on Professor Beth Pickering. She's so pretty, so polite, so capable of bringing down a fiery, deadly bird using only her wits. In other words, an angel. Devon understands he must not get close to her, however, since they're both professional rivals. When a competition to become Birder of the Year by capturing an endangered Caladrius bird is announced, Beth and Devon are forced to team up to have any chance of winning. Now, keeping their distance becomes a question of one bet or two, but they must take the risk because foul play is afoot, and they can't trust anyone else. For all may be fair in love and war, but this is ornithology. I just love when authors take the most random field, like ornithology, and just put such an awesome twist to it. Okay, so here are my, rapid fire thoughts. Oh my god. Here are my rapid fire thoughts. I love this. The reason why I loved it, those really sassy British narrators in certain TV shows, the one that comes to mind is My Lady Jane. And you know how some of these narrators are just so sassy, it's such a sassy narrator. This is just it's so good. It's so good. That's literally what India Holton's writing is, and it is so good because it's so funny, and she is first off, she creates such compelling characters. She's such a funny writer. And the vibe and the narration of this is so funny. And these two are so smitten for each other that it's just please kiss. You're yelling at them from literally the moment that they meet when Devon steals the bird. You're just please kiss. And oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. The twist in this I didn't expect. But yeah, okay, first off, she totally ached with this cover. But also, look at the spine. It's like a vintage book. Freaking love it. But yeah, I think I read this in a day or even 2 days, I think. This was so much fun. This was such a quick read. I cannot tell you guys how much I genuinely love this. Like, this was so much fun. Genuinely one of the most fun books I've ever read. I'm not big on like romance, but since this was fantasy and historical, I do love a good like historical or a good fantasy, you know, or even both, but not big on like romance. Fantastic. Just so good. I would highly recommend. And then we have the Geographer's Map to Romance. So I will read you the synopsis. So this follows Evan's cousin, who is a geographer. So we shall read the synopsis. Geography professors in a failed marriage of convenience inconveniently reconnect for an emergency mission in the swoony historical fantasy rom-com. Professor Elodie Tarrant is an expert in magic disasters. Nothing phases her except her own personal disaster, that is. Professor Gabriel Tarrant, the grumpy, unfriendly man she married for convenience a year ago, whom she secretly loves. Gabriel is also an expert in magic disasters. Nothing phases him either, except the walking, talking tornado that is his wife. They've been estranged since shortly after their wedding day, but that hasn't stopped him from stoically pining for her. When magic erupts in a small Welsh village, threatening catastrophe for the rest of England, Elodie and Gabriel are accidentally both assigned to the case. With the fate of the country in their hands, they must come together as a team in the face of perilous conditions like explosions, domesticated goats, and only one bed. But that is easier said than done. After all, there's no navigational guide for the geography of the heart. This synopsis also slaps. I don't think a moment for the cover. Actually, I think I upped the brightness properly. Oh, you can actually see it without it being super duper dark. I have to like lean it this way because the window is there. So if I go like this, it's gonna be too weird. So there's the cover. It has like the compass, it has mountains. I love this book so much. This one was also a really fun one. And this one I really liked because the marriage of convenience. I guess it's kind of like a marriage of inconvenient convenience, I guess I would say, because they get married because of, you know, Elodie being single and stuff and her having trouble as a single professor, and Gabriel gets married for other reasons, and then something happens, and it's sort of a miscommunication in a sense, but you understand why there was this miscommunication. And the thing I loved about this one was just that aspect. Like, they're pining for each other so hard. Everyone can see it except for them. Like, Elodie will literally like look at him and she'll describe about how he like rolls up his sleeves halfway up his arms and wears like glasses and everything, and she's pining so hard, and then the next minute she'll like be so nonchalant about it, like to him, like she'll be nonchalant towards him. And Gabriel's like the same, like he'll be like, oh my god, she's so pretty, you know that scene in Anne with an E, which I haven't watched, but I know that one scene, when Anne with an E, where Anne has sort of like her hair like flowing in the back, and what's his face is, and Gilbert is like looking at her. That's literally Elodie and Gabriel. I'm not kidding. I'm so not kidding. So yeah. So I can't really say more about this. Like, that would be new compared to like what I said for the first one. I really enjoyed this one. Out of the two, for me personally, I said I did like Geographer's Map to Romance more. I don't know entirely why. But I think I like the male love interest more, and just the geographer's bit. My grandparents did stuff with like geography or geology or whatever, so similar. So I have a bit of a soft spot for geographers and geologists. I really enjoyed this one. Don't get me wrong, but again, I think I liked Gabriel a lot, and both of these are fantastic equally. I don't think one is good and the other is bad. I think they're very equal in terms of enjoyment, but I do think that in terms of male love interest, I like Gabriel more in terms of like just the absurdity of certain situations and certain moments where it was just really funny. I would say Ornithologist wins in this one because there are just some really funny moments in this. Just really funny moments, and I don't want to spoil it. So that is it for this video. Who would I recommend this to? I would recommend this to probably fans of just like the romance genre in general. If you like something like Bridgerton, I want to say, but you want something that's a little more lighthearted and funny and not racist or not problematic. Not that I know anything about Bridgerton particularly, but I've heard some of the things about the first book, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I think if you liked Bridgerton and you like that kind of genre of books, like that sort of era historical fiction, I think you would like this series. The third book is called The Antiquarians Object of Desire, and it follows two characters, and it follows like Gabriel's sister. I am pretty sure it follows Gabriel's sister, so they're like interconnected in the sense that you can read them out of order, but like the characters have some sort of connection between them. In this case, the main one is Evan is Gabriel's cousin, and then Gabriel and Amelia are sisters. I think her name's Amelia, but yeah. So Antiquarian's Object of Desire is about two professors who are like rivals. They're actually they're best friends, but they're just like playing along the whole rivalry thing. So yeah, I don't remember much else. I'm really excited to read this Berkeley. If you would like to grace me with a copy in my mailbox, I would really appreciate it. Send me a DM. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a slightly rambly one, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. And if you did, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and commenting your thoughts down below. And if you have any other recommendations for books along these lines, I'm not reading Bridgerton, don't bother recommending Bridgerton, but if you do have recommendations along the same lines as this sort of fantasy, historical, rom-com, funny kind of thing, I would appreciate it if you sent them my way. And yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, as I said, for the 5th time, and let me know your thoughts down below. As I say, for the 5th time, follow me on all my socials, and I will see you in the next one. Happy reading!